Okay, welcome to a new edition of the Sailing Doodles podcast. It's been a while. I have quite a few guests here today. It's a full crew. To my left, I have Steph, and across the table, I have Flor and Megan. So, say hello, everybody.
Hello to everyone.
Hi, guys.
Cool. I believe to get this started off properly, mimosas were requested.
Yeah, I kind of
Okay.
want a mimosa.
Somebody get the OJ there a little bit.
Oh, Megan's a good pourer when it comes to the
And who
OJ.
wanted to pop the top here?
I would love
One
to
of
do
you two
that.
has.
Yeah.
All right, Flora, I'll give it to you. This one time.
I'm a little
Try not
OJ.
to blow up everything on my computer.
No.
No, it's fine.
You ready, guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one last.
Whoa!
Woo!
Hey, cheers. All right, that's a lot
So
of OJ.
you go ahead.
I didn't think that was a lot.
Oh,
God,
thanks.
this is gonna be right above the equipment.
Yeah, let's do it over. Yeah, oh, not over the equipment. There you go.
Let's be very careful.
Last
There you
summer,
go.
Flora and I worked in a restaurant in Spain, and it was our first day, and it was my first restaurant job. And I went to open a bottle of champagne. I was really stressed out because it was in Spain, and I was learning Spanish, and I forgot to hold the top.
Oh no! And it went shooting out.
Went everywhere.
Did it hit somebody?
No, it did not.
Almost.
Luckily,
Almost.
people started clapping though, which was cool.
Well,
Like,
that's
yeah, people
Oh,
were
we're
nice.
still pouring
People
it
were
out,
nice
sorry.
about it,
pouring the champagne.
and I still got my job. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's half the fun is when you open a bottle of champagne, just shooting it off somewhere, right? It's cork. It's biodegradable.
Yep. It's good luck, they say.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go straight into your eye,
That's good luck. I don't
It's
know
good
if that's good luck.
man,
they said you get married. I don't know if that's good luck for everyone.
Yeah. Well, has everybody got some now?
Yes.
All right. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Yeah. All
This is
right.
our first cheers, right?
Yeah, it's the
since
first
we've been
one.
here.
Yeah, we've done a few of those. If you haven't noticed on Sailing Doodles. Okay, so pretty much everybody I know by now knows who you are. We did a podcast with you and kind of talked all about you last time.
All about me, yeah.
All about her. And so that one's up if you want to watch it. But now we will introduce these guys, obviously. So we'll start with Flor. Where are you from? What's your background? What's your story?
Well, that's a very deep question. I am from Argentina, and what's my story? When I was 17 years old, I moved out of my house. My parents always support me emotionally, but they could not support me in terms of economy. So I had to look for a job when I was very young, and I was always helping my family in that way. And I lived 7 hours away for a couple of years, and then I decided to move to the States, doing an exchange program. And I was
How old were you when you moved to the States?
I was 21, I
Okay.
think. Yeah, I had quite an experience, and I'm here just traveling the world, kind of.
Okay. And Megan.
So born and raised in Belgium. I same thing as Flor. Happy, amazing family. I played field hockey growing up. I actually played for the national team.
Right. Yeah.
I went to go study at University of Delaware, go Blue Hens, for a year, and then after I had a scholarship. After that, the national team reached out to me saying that they have a spot for me if I wanted it. I had to be in Belgium to play and train because you practice every day.
Mm-hmm.
So after that year in Delaware, went back to Belgium, did my degrees there. And then I came back to the US 3.5 years ago. I did my master's in San Francisco, got a job there, and then quit my job after. Was a little bit wanderlust. Flor and I started backpacking. We went to Europe when we worked in Spain for 2 months, and then we started backpacking in South America. And now we're here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I guess we first got in contact, it was more than a year ago, I think.
Yes.
Right? It was on basically a backpacker's website type thing.
Yeah.
And just timing wise, y'all were in San Francisco, I think, at the time.
Yeah, we had a job, and we just couldn't make it at that time. We were just looking forward to receive that message of yours.
Well, okay. So yeah, but now, how long have y'all been on the boat now? How have you enjoyed it so far?
Well, we've been here for
a month?
a little over a month.
Yes.
I mean, what is there not to enjoy?
Yeah.
I think
Seriously.
we're very lucky to be able to enjoy and get to know the cruising life more. Been learning a lot. It was a little stressful in the beginning because we didn't know how to help exactly. So I think we mostly, tried to help in normal home life. And then now we've been learning a lot about helping Bobby do the boat stuff from Steph. So thank you.
Steph's a great teacher.
Well, yeah. So that's what I was going to ask next. Is like, so basically, I had to go home for take care of family stuff for 10, 11 days. So you guys were on the boat by yourself. How was it having like girl time on a boat?
It was fun.
It was the best.
Yeah.
It was fun.
We
missed you though.
Oh,
Yeah.
Of course we missed you, but we had some fun.
Did you?
We did.
I feel
I
like
heard, y'all, you said you basically just walked around naked the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, literally, like Steph caught me in the.
we just are
kitchen 'cause
like
she
very
put the-
comfortable with
She
their
put
with
the
each
lotion
other.
in the fridge, and I gotta put my after sun on, so that's where I put my lotion on in the kitchen.
I was best in the fridge. I mean,
You're right.
I'm not complaining. I mean, she's already been walking around naked today, so I like this trend where it's going, so it's okay. But
Be comfortable in your own body.
Yes.
Right.
Always. That's the most important
we're
thing.
born with them.
Yeah.
Skin sweater.
it's true. I mean,
We can't wait to go to the Bahamas and finally swim naked.
yeah. I think.
Yeah, that's allowed in the Bahamas, right? Or
Well, it's anywhere basically. I mean, well, you'd be surprised. Most islanders down here in the Caribbean are very conservative.
They are, yeah.
And so, like, you can do it in the Bahamas because there's 700 islands, and you can be there where nobody can see you. And so it doesn't matter if you're wearing clothes or not. Even here, it's fine. It's just we're in a marina right now, so it's like not the best. But
Yeah.
when we're actually anchored out or something, it's no
Nothing
problem.
has stopped me.
That's true. I know that's not bad. But yeah, so it. But yeah, no. But yeah, that's kind of the plan. But I think we're gonna do it at least 1 week in the Bahamas because we'll be basically. Well, once I get this water maker installed next week, we can be off grid for more than a month on this boat, and so it'll be nice to we can just kind of find some little deserted islands and go do our thing.
I'll get rid of my horrible tan lines.
Oh yeah, I like tan. Tan lines good. So you guys we've done a few sails now. How has that been for you?
I feel like all the feelings that came with the seasickness, it's like they put us they brought us together. Kind of like the friendship develops like quickly.
I think when you see yourself at your worst,
Accept each other at our worst.
like
Well,
surface level.
The first sail we did
Past that.
was pretty rough one, and basically all three of y'all
9
got
hours.
sick.
I
9
was
hours.
sick. I mean,
We're all-
when you're not on a boat for a while and then you get back on a boat, or if you've never truly been on a boat before and then you sail, I mean, it's pretty rough weather. Like, you're in for hours on end, so
Yeah.
your body just like, if you're not acclimated to that, you're gonna get sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all three of us got pretty sick, and Bobby was trying his best. So thanks for bringing us there safely and like not having to rely on us because we were on another level.
Well, no, I got scared once when so y'all were all three like laying down in the aft salon, just like two on the couch, one on the floor. You were on the floor.
I couldn't move.
Yeah, and
I was
so
like, this is good.
So then I would occasionally look back, make sure you guys are okay. I look back once and you're not there. I'm like, okay, let me make sure she's okay, puking or whatever. So I go check out the back of the boat and you're not there. I'm like, okay, maybe she's inside going to the bathroom. So I come inside. I come all the way to your cabin up here and you're not there. But I'm like, okay, I knock on the door, nothing. I open the door. There's nobody in the bathroom. I'm like, okay. So then I come
Where's
back in my
Megan?
cabin. I'm like, I open my bathroom. I open the guest. I didn't look in the guest bathroom. That's what I should have done. But then I'm freaking out thinking, where the hell did she go? And yeah.
then I told you that
Yeah, she was just. Yeah, you told me
she went
just been puking.
overboard.
Oh.
Because I was half asleep and I didn't see her just coming back from.
It's scary.
From there.
So I was yelling. I was like, you guys search the boat, and I went up and
That
turned
was a horror
brought the
movie.
motors down. I was starting to turn around, and then all of a sudden,
It's when the motors went out that I realized that something was going on. So I really had to go to the bathroom. And that one's the closest. It's the closest there, and it's the highest because you don't have to go down those extra steps. So
Yeah.
I was just in there, and you can't with the engines
That was
on,
so
you can't
dramatic.
hear
Super loud
anything.
down
That
here.
was
So
so
that's when
dramatic.
I realized
What happened?
something's going on.
yeah, sorry, I had some camera issues there, but I got it sorted. I don't know why it's doing this. I think it has to do with some of the USB stuff. But anyway, no big deal. So sorry if the viewers saw you guys froze up. They can still hear you. It's just
You looked cute.
yeah, you look cute.
It wasn't like a.
You look like,
Wait, so.
I hope I was smiling.
But yeah, I was there. I was
you looked very
okay.
concerned, if anything.
So, and then after that, it wasn't too bad for a while, but then we had that one really rough one. Y'all didn't like that too much.
Oh no, I didn't like that.
I was okay.
That was those were like different feelings.
I was
like
okay sickness wise. I think I was just more.
I think both of you were
Scared of
very
the
those were
some big waves.
Those were the biggest waves you've ever been in with your boat.
In this
With this
boat,
boat.
yes.
Yes.
So when you said that, that's when I was like,
Both of them were just sitting down, like
I was
looking
like,
at each other.
no,
like
no,
we were
no.
like,
I mean, the boat was just doing this and this, and I wasn't so much seasick. I was more just like scared of the boat,
Yeah.
like tipping over. I started figuring out where the life jackets were. I was like,
I honestly,
Same.
I had full trust in Bobby, and I know you all did. I feel
Of
like
course.
if it would be really bad, he would be like, "Girls, put on your life
Yeah.
jackets." That's like,
Yeah.
at that point, I would have just been like, overboard we go.
No, yeah.
and we lost a kayak.
Oh, we did lose a kayak on that one. Yeah. It was,
Yeah.
Because we were rolling so far back and forth, left and right, and then we had it down, but I mean, I guess it just wasn't secured enough, and then it just slid off. It was an old piece of crap kayak anyway, but
we didn't realize until 3 days after.
Yeah, I
though.
know, right?
We didn't realize.
yeah, we didn't realize because we came in and went, no, we
No.
we didn't notice first day. We went up and put the dinghy down, didn't even notice it was
Well,
gone.
we got to whatever
Jolly Harbor.
No, we got to.
We anchored out at Jolly Harbor, right?
No, but that's when we went by Stingray City.
By Stingray
And we
City,
went to that kind of
we went
seagrass
snorkeling by
area.
ourselves.
yeah.
And when we pulled up, we anchored and we were hanging out. We pulled the dinghy down.
That's
It was like
true.
a couple hours until
I was like,
he notices and goes, "We're all." Well, you notice actually.
like,
and you were like,
you noticed first.
two kayaks.
Yeah.
and he's like,
and then he starts
word.
he starts
Yeah.
searching around.
Well, no, I started. So yeah, I take the
We
dinghy.
take
I'm
around
looking
the
through
neighborhood.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it blew off because it was really windy, like
Yeah,
that
it
the day
was.
before. So I
I
was thinking maybe
don't-
it
yeah, I
blew
don't
off the
think that
top
was the
and
cause.
like I don't know.
we're looking around the mangroves.
Yeah.
We're like, we do one turn. We're like, yeah, no. I'm
Well,
like,
no,
it's
because we've lost the kayaks before because people didn't tie them up properly.
Not
Gee,
the-
if you're listening.
Yeah, so that's happened. But yeah, so tomorrow, so we've been down here in Antigua for
almost a month.
3 weeks,
weeks.
over 3 weeks, I
3
guess.
weeks.
Yeah, we've been here
Yeah,
for
I
a
went home
while.
for-
You went home, but,
for 11,
but
12
obviously
days.
for reasons. But
Yeah, so I mean, if you're just listening, my father passed away last week, so I went home. Luckily I got home a couple days before he passed away and was able to be there when he did. So the whole family was together. It was really nice. We had a memorial and everything. So it was good to be able to get home. But
we took care of your boat while
thank
you
you
were
for
away.
doing that. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah, did a lot of
So-
cleaning. Me and Meg really scrubbed your dinghy.
Yeah, Flor was
Oh,
doing it
scrub
inside.
my
We
dinghy.
were scrubbing
I was seeing-
his dinghy. We're filming
All
it
three of
too.
y'all were together.
Well, Flor
I was
Flor
downstairs. I
doing
cleaned the
all of
whole inside.
upstairs, down here. I mean, she did like such an amazing job. So you only
They were in charge of
realistically.
the up.
We wanted
up
to get everything
there.
done within
Yeah.
a day, so we're like, okay, Flor, and then she banged her toe, and then we were like, all right, just stay down here. And
Flor
then-
has been banging her toes.
Whoa! She's banging her toes.
She's been banging her toes
Yeah.
every 3 days.
her
Well,
poor toe.
Yeah. Oh, she had. Yeah, that's right. You have been doing that. You did it for
It's not healed yet.
You haven't heard her scream while you were gone. Maybe you heard it in
Yeah, I probably did, yeah.
all
In
the
your
way
dreams.
all the way in Texas, because
Yeah.
Probably.
So what? So how long were you guys down in South America then?
we were there for a little over 2 months.
Okay. Oh, that's it. I thought it was longer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, we had other plans, and
Ah.
then
Yeah.
you came up. You came in the picture.
Exactly. And we were like,
then
oh,
we're
Latin
like-
America is gonna be there.
South America will always be there.
Yeah.
But Bobby, who
But
knows?
sailing
where,
Doodles.
who knows
we
where
don't
Bobby is
know.
gonna be?
Yeah.
Well, now we've got to work on getting you, Flor, your visa, because it's so stupid the way the rules work down here. So, you as a Megan as a European, you don't need a visa to come to the United States. You need an ESTA, but
Which is
it's only good on
tourist visa.
yeah, but it's only good on commercial vessels.
Yeah.
So this not being a commercial vessel, it doesn't work. So.
Yeah.
Like when you come to the United States, we may go to go to Bimini, and then you might have to we'll cross over to the U.S. and then you would just fly over and we'd
Yeah.
pick you up. Whereas Flor is a little more complicated. Of
Yeah,
course.
I mean, I get it. But which I don't get is, for example, the situation that we went through and the border control in St. Martin. That was kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's too much say discrimination, but being an Argentinian is not easy. That the same thing happened when I went to Europe. They asked me like several questions. I guess they are really worried of of me like staying, like overstaying, or
But
like,
legally, I mean, but that's the thing though. Legally, you're allowed. You're not. Just no. Legally, it's no more different than anybody else. But
You're
they still
doing
question you.
everything.
but,
They're
like-
doing everything legally. It was kind of strange to see me as a European. We got in here together,
and for her was like
I got a
stamped
stamp in my
automatically.
passport, and with her Argentinian passport, I was kind of worried for a second that she wasn't going to get in because they kept asking questions about where are you going, who are you going to be with, and I told everything about what we're doing.
Well, did they ever ask for the? Because I wrote a letter saying. That
Yeah,
you
they
guys
asked. They asked for the letter
Okay.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of made it worse. Because
really?
They asked me, "Are you working? Like, are you actively, having a job on the boat?" Which I said no.
Uh-huh.
And then the
'Cause,
letter said
they-
that we're crew members.
Right.
Yes.
So she,
and that was an
she
issue.
was upset that
The wording is,
the
like,
word.
weird.
That's what I told her. The
Well-
Because it's like you're working and you're mostly helping out, and like you're on
We
a
should say
friend's
it's a
boat
friend,
as well.
yeah.
You're also on a friend's boat, so it's like to them they're like, is it crew or is it like vacation?
Well,
like,
the
which one
reason-
is it, So
Exactly.
it's like they don't understand
it has
the
to be black or
circumstance.
white.
Well, the reason I always
Thanks.
put somebody as crew on there is because.
I mean, you are crew. You
Well,
are
yeah, but-
doing work.
Yeah, but
you know?
the problem is if I put you as a passenger, a lot of times they assume then that this vessel is for hire and that I'm
like a
running a
charter.
charter. And if I'm running a charter, I need special inspections and
Yeah.
certificates and all that stuff, which I don't need or as a private vessel. So if you put passenger, sometimes they put you as a charter vessel, which we're not. So I mean, I can see it both ways how that could be kind of hard to do.
Yeah. Anyway, I paid my taxes. I was clear.
You're totally clean. But to get back to, we're trying to get Flor a tourist visa now.
Right.
Yeah.
In the U.S. embassy in the Bahamas,
Right.
so she can join us too.
Yeah.
If anyone knows how to help,
Yes, if
Yeah.
anybody has any contacts
reach
in the US
out.
embassy in the
So
Bahamas,
yes.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is you've got all the paperwork and everything done.
everything's ready.
And we've actually already paid for it, right?
Yeah,
Um,
it's paid for.
and so, but we're just waiting
just
for an
need an
appointment,
appointment.
in the Bahamas. So we'll be in the Bahamas. We're planning to get there. Middle of March, maybe towards the end of March. And then once we're in there, it doesn't really matter when your appointment is. We can just put you on a plane and fly you to Nassau to get it. So that'll be,
Yeah.
yeah.
ship you off.
Yeah.
Yes,
Ship you
hopefully.
But
Yeah.
yeah. So are you guys? So I always tell people. I mean, like, so far, how have you felt about like comments and all the videos and stuff like that?
I feel like everyone's very nice
Yeah.
to me. I mean, there's always going to be people that have an opinion that, don't know you, but you can't let it affect you.
Do you?
because-
I mean, like, I try not to read the comments so much. Do you read them?
I mean,
a lot?
I'm just curious.
Or she
I'm just
reads them.
I mean, I read them because I'm curious. I mean, some people say really nice things, and I'm like, wow, thank
Well,
you.
yeah,
And like, I don't know. It's just like when you're on a YouTube video, like you're used to it, whereas like being someone who's new to this kind of like setting, you are curious as to what people say, but when you do read it, you have to understand like you can't let whatever
Yeah.
people say to you or the comments you may not want to read like affect you, and you just take it with a grain of salt and you just let it rock.
So like, I mean, that's the thing is like 99% of the comments will be positive, right?
Yeah,
But then there'll be one comment that's like really bad.
Destroys
And it goes
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
straight on your
But that's the thing, you
self-esteem.
can't let it destroy your
Yeah.
day. Rather,
Well, it's
like,
good that you have
I laugh because
That's the
they don't know my life. They don't know me personally, and I just kind of laugh because it's not nice to say anything mean about someone, like whether you know them or not.
yeah.
Well, that's good that you can look at it because I've said people have been on here before. I mean, some of them have cried because of the comments. Some of them get angry and want to go find out who that person is.
Oh, no.
And
but
so-
That's a little bit too
I'm
far.
kind of excited to see what's
Well, that's what I was
like.
gonna
I'm
say.
She's like, bring it on.
I'm like ready to laugh and like.
I mean, again, like you have to go into reading it knowing you're going to see comments that
Exactly.
might, and of course, I don't like when I read a negative comment. Of course, it doesn't make me feel good, but at the same time, I don't let it, affect my day, or I don't let it change who I am, or I try to fix myself because of the comment. It's just people are, no matter who you meet in your life, are always going to say something about you, and you just have to let it go.
And
over
I have you guys,
Right. Yeah. Did what? You have us to
a
what?
bunch of other
Oh.
degenerates.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But so I mean, that's good for you guys. I mean, So my average viewer is like a 55-year-old guy from America, and so
Hey.
I'm still got like 11
No.
years still in there. So.
No, not you. I'm just saying hey to the.
Oh, hey, yeah. So
Never mind. Went over your head.
it'll be a little bit of. So I think hopefully people will take it well and everything. That I mean, because we're not going to hide it at all. The fact that you guys are a couple. Do you guys think you're going to be okay with like? Oh,
You guys are dating.
Lesbians?
oh no.
It is illegal here.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah, don't say.
We were doing research on that. Well, research
In
just
Antigua and Barbados.
came up to it
Yeah.
that apparently it's illegal here, but it's a law that is not enforced.
Yeah.
Right.
So
But still crazy that you're in a place where like, and it's still not like a norm probably. I'm sure for a lot of people here.
I was speaking to we were getting a mani-pedi for her birthday, and we were speaking to the lady there, amazing lady, super nice, and she was talking
was very
about
open-minded.
She
it's
was a
not
local?
enforced. Yes,
Yes.
local. It's not enforced.
No,
for a
actually-
reason. They're kind of waiting for the older generation
Yeah.
to pass on
Yeah.
for the new generation that is completely,
Open
on
to it.
board,
Yeah.
open to
Actually,
it, to
like she's
change.
from Dominican Republic. She said.
Okay.
Yeah, but
But she's lived her
she's
whole life.
she's lived her for
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of the older generation that feels a certain way about gay or lesbian people or trans people, just because you grow up in a generation where you're surrounded by it not being a norm, so like
Exactly. It's just
our
that
generation is so open, and which is so beautiful about it. Like, I mean, even for my parents, they don't see it as a problem at all, but you see it in older generations where
Well,
it's like,
It's a generation. I mean, like when I was, so I'm a generation ahead of you guys. So like when I was in 8th grade or something like that, that was like the biggest slur you could call somebody was whatever, you know what I mean? And so I think now, I mean, like when you guys were in 8th grade, hopefully that was a bit different, you know what I mean? There wasn't that so much. I don't know. I mean, maybe in Argentina.
still-
I don't know.
In Argentina, was pretty conservative.
Yeah, is it?
it's still growing today. I feel like people are still being a lot. It's definitely more open than it was a few years ago. But I feel every year it gets progressively better. Like it's becoming more widely accepted in that sense, which is nice.
I just want to show people that didn't get to grow up the same way I did, that people can just love each other rather than hating on each other, and it's going to make everybody's lives better if you can
Easier.
if it
Seriously.
doesn't affect you personally. That love is love. So
Right.
Exactly. Love is love on this boat.
So how long have you guys been together then?
a year and
A year and a half.
4 months
Yeah,
or something.
almost.
We met at a beach party.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
Yes.
with a Californian sunset.
California sunset. I brought my stand-up paddle board that I was paddling
Showing
on
off.
for this.
Oh.
Exactly.
You're like, she's on the beach. Let me just.
Yeah.
I had my bikini on. I was paddling
right.
away.
You're like, come on, Flora, let's paddle into the sunset.
Exactly. That was basically what it was, and we've kind of been inseparable since then.
Yeah, that was basically it.
Was it much of a culture shock going down to Argentina and then I guess Brazil? How long were you in Brazil?
We were mostly in Brazil, and then we went to go Argentina to go visit her family. And
Yeah.
so we were in Rio de Janeiro for a month.
Oh, wow.
We
That's
were
a long
actually
time.
longer. Yeah, we were there for a month. So what we did was we worked. We did labor in exchange of accommodation. So we were working in a hostel.
I don't think I've had like a cultural shock at all.
I think we're both realistic about different cultures, and we're able to blend in very well. Where we can speak to locals on an eye-to-eye level rather than being up higher or lower. And then I think that helps diminishing the culture shock if you're ready, if you get into it with open eyes
Yeah, and like
open
respecting the rules, I guess.
respecting the culture. I think.
Well, I think that is a big thing. I mean, like, they used to call it, I don't know if they still have it. I mean, who knows with COVID, nobody's traveling anymore, but they called it the ugly American, where like basically an American would go to, Brazil or whatever and be like, then we're like, well, that's not how we do it in America. And like, well, you're not in America.
Yeah.
And so you got to respect the fact that you're in somewhere else's country. You got to play by their rules.
Yeah.
And so that's a lot of people say, like with the COVID masks and things like that. Yeah, I'm from Texas, where they basically have said there is no COVID anymore. You just walk around, no mask, no whatever. But like here, they still want you to wear a mask in certain places.
You have to respect
I'm in
that.
their culture, so I do it, right?
Exactly.
And so, you know, it's not, if it was my country, I might be saying something a little different, but I don't know. It's not my country, so.
Yeah, it's
100%.
like it's like visiting somebody's house.
Right.
You gotta take your
You
shoes
take
off.
your shoes off. at somebody
Exactly.
else's house. They don't want you to wear shoes.
100%.
Although that is something that I think after living on a boat and then spending a lot of time in Asia and all that, if I don't know if I ever will, but like whenever I go back to like having a land home or something at some point, it'll be a shoes off inside type thing.
See, living in Thailand for a year, like you get so used to it, and it just makes so much more sense. It just makes sense. Like you're using shoes outside where you don't know what was on the floor, who was there, and then you walk in your house with the shoes that you wore outside all day. So when I went home only for a few days, like I got home after Thailand and just like my parents wearing the shoes in the house, I was like, no shoes.
Especially
We're
on
done
carpet.
with the shoes
On
in the-
carpet.
on carpet, on everywhere. So I was like, I cleaned the floor and I was like, look at this. Let me show you what it looks like. And they were just like, oh my God, here we go.
Well-
but it just makes sense. Like, don't wear shoes in a house
That-
if it was from outside. Get
I
slippers.
love that we went
I
from
know.
like how South America to don't wear shoes. Don't wear shoes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that and bum guns. Like, and you go to Asia and like everybody has it's like a bidet wand. So
It's like a little hose. Basically,
Like
it's
a-
a hose we
like
have
a
on
bidet.
on
a bidet. It's a bidet.
Yeah, it's bidet.
Oh yeah.
What did you call it?
Bum gun.
It's called a bum gun.
Bum gun.
It basically it's
We have that in Argentina.
It's
too.
great.
Yeah.
One,
Yeah.
because if you're on a boat and you have one, you know, you're not using
Using toilet
toilet
paper.
paper, which is like less garbage, which is great. Two, I feel like, you know, it's equivalent to just
Taking a shower.
Taking a shower, you know, like I'm not going to go into the specifics
Oh, really?
of how
The hide.
It's
the
much more
hygiene of
hygienic.
it, but basically, yes, it's more hygienic. I think that it just makes more sense. I don't know.
Yeah. We're on low on. Okay, talk amongst yourselves.
Why? What's going on? What
She's
happened?
She's out of
Okay.
champagne.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought you were
Wow.
running low.
Oh, we got a little bit more left.
Okay.
Thanks. I'll take
I'm taking over your spot.
it. Ooh.
I just remember one cultural shock I had in Brazil.
I get some, just one.
Since he asked, and I just remember the using the phone in the street. That was something that I was like kind of paranoid with you. Like, just put your phone away. If I say to put your phone away, put it like right away.
What do you
So
mean?
that was
Like,
more culture shock
To
for
not
me
to not
since-
use your phone in the street because you get
You get new glasses, or you think you're okay with that?
I'm good with this right now.
yeah.
put it in
Same.
the bucket. So since I'm from Europe, I lived in the US for quite a while.
I just
I'm
couldn't
used to
believe-
having some sort of sense of safety on the streets. And she grew up in Argentina, where
It's, like,
in the big
completely
cities
different.
you don't have your phone out on the street because it's the most vulnerable thing.
Yeah,
you
they'll
could
take
do.
it.
People grab it.
Totally. So
They'll see you go into a small street.
So I would tell her like, put your phone away, and she would be like, oh, okay, just a second, and I'm like, no, if I said put your phone away, it has to be
This
right
was when you
away.
were in Argentina.
When we were in Brazil, the
Brazil.
first
Yeah.
I was like,
I-
that was a cultural shock after being in America and Europe.
I think it was maybe when I was in Brazil that like, because what you do in the States is like, you know, if I'm sitting there at a cafe outside, right, and somebody calls me, I was like, okay, and then I put my phone right there, you know, on the
Yeah.
table.
Not in New York.
First,
Yeah.
right next
Not
to
in
it.
New York.
Oh, really? That was coming.
Oh no.
Not
Being
anymore?
from New York, it does not matter. You don't. The thing in New York is like you have to put everything in front of you because
Right.
people just, you know. Again, New York is such a like a touristy area, so like you have people from all around the world, which is great. You know, like I love the fact that everyone wants to visit New York, but then again, you have people who are not from New York that are visiting that have no idea about the people that maybe aren't from New York either, but are pickpocketing, and like you just
Probably Europeans traveling to New York.
it's
like,
just
New York
and then you're like,
City,
"Where's
and
my
then
wallet?" You hear like, "Where's my wallet?" And you're like, "Buddy, I don't know what to tell you."
I'm so
buddy.
sorry.
That- I was in.
But that's kind of cool because in Argentina you kind of fight for your phone. It's not that they take it if you don't see it.
Yeah,
Like this one time I was like, no, mine.
What?
Give it to me.
She got held by gunpoint.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
as well
Really?
in her
Yeah,
life.
I had those
Oh, no.
Where was
experiences.
this? I mean,
In Cordoba, Argentina, it's like the second biggest city,
wow.
and I lived there for almost 5 years, and I got stolen like
Nice.
several times.
We went though, nice city. Would recommend in
Yes,
Argentina.
yes, yes.
No matter where you go in
It
the
is-
world, though, there's
it's
always
just-
gonna be bad and good
you need to-
people. though, you know
I
what
want to
mean?
make sure
Totally.
that we're telling the viewers as well.
Like, yeah, Argentina is
Just
beautiful.
be careful. Know where you're at.
That's the
go
thing,
visit
just
these
being
places.
careful.
They're not scary. Just know where you're at.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just to don't go with the mindset of, I don't care like about
It's
my
like anywhere though.
things.
You
Go
always,
with an
always
open
have
heart,
to be
not with an
careful,
open
no matter
purse.
where you go. Yeah.
Well, even in the States, like it was 2000. I don't remember what year it is. Somebody that's an Auburn fan will probably correct me quickly, but it was an Auburn went to the national championship in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it was just a big line for everybody coming in.
Yeah.
It was like Scottsdale, okay. And there was a big line to come in, and then there's this one pretty big guy, and kind of. He was acting like he was drunk. He was not drunk, so he was kind of bumping into people. Like, oh, sorry, man, roll, whatever. And then he comes up, bumps him against my dad, and then kind of noises off. I'm like, I check, and he kind of brushes against me, but like I check my pockets, my wallet's still there. I'm like, Dad, check your wallet, and he's like, shit, it's not there. And then so I immediately just start yelling. I'm like, pickpocket, as loud as I can, get everybody's attention. So like everybody around kind of makes a thing, and then like the guy's like, what are you talking about? And then another guy like happens to come right there. He's like, oh, I just found this on the ground. Is this yours? And I'm like, bullshit. They're working together. What happens is you got the pickpocket. He takes the wallet, and then in case something like that happens, in case he gets picked up, he immediately hands it off to his buddy or whatever. So then when the guy goes, hey, you bumped into against
Oh, it's like a random stranger being like, oh, I found this wallet.
and then he was
Oh,
no,
thank
those two
you.
guys were absolute
Liar.
You're so nice.
And so then so the guy that gave me the wallet back, and I was like, look, guys, these guys are pickpockets, because nothing I can do. There's like no cops around, and there's like hundreds of people
called
around.
them out.
Oh, totally.
Yes.
And like so then from everybody on was like kind of keeping their eye on. I mean, I'm sure all they had to do was wander 50 feet away, and then they were doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But you think about it,
Messed
like
up.
they were trying to, number one, get your ticket, because those tickets were like super expensive. I mean, think about it, $500-$600 a ticket, and then get your wallet because you're going to a pretty high value event.
You're gonna buy
You probably
beer, you're
got-
gonna buy
yeah.
food, you're gonna buy whatever, you know what I mean? So it's not just that ticket.
And you have your cards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
your
another
credit-
thing super like interesting about the States, that they don't ask you for like a password. So anyone
Yeah,
can just
credit credit
steal
cards
your
and stuff
card.
is
and-
Well,
crazy.
credit cards, but like my debit card, no matter where I go in the world, like
I know
have
you
a
can
pin.
block it,
I have a
but-
pin, so
okay,
like I put a pin in.
Yeah.
But like if I use my credit
Right.
card, like anyone
Yeah.
can use my credit card.
Well, but-
and like
I mean, I get a notification like every time, because I left my credit card with you guys while I went home, and so
we
like
did a little shopping. No, I'm kidding.
I know her.
We got carded and
Yeah.
couldn't get anything.
I just really needed that
Right.
shirt.
So, but like, yeah, I mean, every time y'all used it, my app notified me like, hey, you did this. I'm like, okay.
The only times we ever used it was like for the scuba
When we
diving,
got-
And then on the one meal you had,
and then the one meal we had, which we told you about.
$300 meal.
For my birthday.
For her birthday! Oh, I asked you.
I know, I'm just giving you a
You'll
hard
see on
time.
the videos. It was,
We asked
it was
permission.
beautiful.
We weren't just using your card.
Yeah.
We asked permission.
It was a beautiful resort we went to, actually. Like,
Yeah, it was really
Thank you,
beautiful.
Bobby.
Sure. I saw pictures. It looked cool.
It was really beautiful.
amazing. We wished you were there, though.
Yeah.
Aw, well, thank you.
It was a nice table of 3.
Yeah, they said they made reservations tonight for 3. I was like, what?
No, we're just
I know,
messing with
I
you.
know.
Of course.
No,
But should we?
Uh-huh.
should we change it?
Girls' night. I think we didn't have enough.
We didn't. I'm kidding. We're glad you're back.
Oh, thanks.
we
Appreciate
are.
it.
No, we are. We're glad you're back. It felt weird that you were gone. You know? But
However, though, we had time to get scuba.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
yes.
How was that, guys? You mean, so you got your rescue diver certification.
Yes.
How hard was that?
Personally, so like Patty asked you to do a review after, and at first I'm like, oh no, I'm not gonna do a review, but I actually wrote an extensive like 2-page essay as
Review on the course or the people?
the course. The
Okay.
people are great. It's the course that I feel it's a 2-day course. For a rescue course, I don't feel like that's enough because you are learning to take care of a panic diver, an unconscious diver, in and out of the water. And there's so many skills that you have to learn that I feel it's really important to understand like the material. And then just doing the online course, you're doing like the actual like school material. That itself took me about like 4 days, just all day, like for 8 hours a day to do. And I mean, that was just one section a day. So again, it was great. I learned a lot, and I'm really glad I took that course in case I'm in trouble or anyone I dive with is in trouble. But it definitely just needed to be a course that's longer than 2 days. But
More
I'm
practice.
so glad I did it.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Like
just
maybe
more
less extensive on the theory of it and more of the practicality of it.
I think
like doing it and being comfortable.
I agree. It's more of like I'm someone who's a visual learner, someone who hands-on, so
by
I feel...
By experiencing.
Yeah, by experiencing it. So I felt that I had one day to practice all the skills, and the next is like a scenario day. So you
That's
basically...
your exam day.
Like that's your exam day. So like anything can happen that day. And like when you don't have enough... I know, right? And it did. But,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know,
that's
Meg.
crazy.
I know. Meg had to pretend to drown. So
I was the best actress out there. I would have won.
I don't know. She was
You were.
laughing, guys. She was laughing.
But I mean, like, it's just a little stressful when you had one day to prepare and then you've just been, like, studying, like, as if you were in college and then, like, doing, like,
Reading about something and doing it is
two different things. And you have so much material to learn about that it's just a little overwhelming. But it's a really good course. I recommend anyone to do it who is
You want
advanced,
me to rinse it out?
open water or
Sure.
more to do it.
Maybe.
So,
We'll get into it in a minute, but we'll get into what happened in a minute.
Oh.
First, let's hear how was getting your
how'd you
patty?
guys like it?
It was amazing.
I just loved it so much. I thought it was the same thing as snorkeling, and I was so wrong because you have like a panoramic view. It's like you are, I would say, a fish. Kind of.
That's what, but didn't I say that in the beginning? I was like, you think like a fish.
It's like flying through the water. I mean, it's the closest thing to flying that you can get, pretty much.
And I felt like I could also mix it with some yoga tools like breathing and meditation.
Yeah.
It was just amazing and accomplished one of my goals in life. I was like, I would always tell Meg, I don't want to die without seeing a shark in the wild.
You know,
And
like
then you-
swimming with sharks.
So then you
Yes.
saw a shark in the
We
wild
saw,
and
like,
you almost
3.
died.
And
Exactly.
So we didn't
Life
die
was-
because of the shark. We died because of
A
the
stupid.
biggest apex predator out
It's
there.
the human being.
The human beings
That's right.
not paying
Oh,
attention
seriously.
when they're driving their
Life
I
was
mean-
like, okay, Flora, we listen
Basically,
to
to
what you said.
explain-
So let's explain what happened.
Basically, we did our last dive for basically all of us get our certifications. As we're entering the boat,
We passed.
I look behind of the stern of the boat and I see, and it's a small speedboat, I think like 20 feet max, and I look behind and there's a pretty big sailboat coming straight towards the back of the boat. So
While you're getting out of the water, right?
while I'm getting out of the water. So I'm like, okay, maybe like they're gonna turn, but for some reason it didn't click in my head that like this boat should not be coming directly toward us. Mind you, it's us and this boat and there's nothing else around us. Like we're kind of just in the middle of the ocean.
We're pretty far out. We're
Yeah,
not
we're pretty far
close
out.
to shore. We're like
We were close to a
mile out or
reef,
something?
though.
Yeah, but still in the
Which
middle of the
surprised,
ocean.
We're
which,
on a-
which surprised me that
Well, how-
they were going close to a reef.
What was the reef? How far below the water was the
oh,
reef?
we were
Uh,
like 15,
15
meters
meters.
down.
That's how far down the reef was.
Yeah.
Though?
Yeah.
But you
But
had
did
to,
it come up at all to the close to the
it
surface?
I mean,
No,
a little
no,
bit.
No,
That was
there
a deep-
No,
Yeah.
it was deep.
Are you sure, guys?
Yes.
You know, that the second dive we did was like the
Oh,
second
that was in a
day.
different location.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
As we're all entering the boat, a lovely sailboat is now going, I mean, I think at least like 9 to 10 knots.
I mean, it seems fast, but that kind of boat's doing
No.
6, 7. But
The captain was saying that
Oh, really?
we were doing that. They were.
They were doing about 9 knots.
They were not on their sails. They were.
Right.
The thing is, they were not on their sails, they were on their
Cruising.
motor, and they were cruising on autopilot.
Yeah.
So they didn't realize how, one, fast they were going, and two, they weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
So
Probably
as they're approaching our boat, I mean, now at this point, they're about like how many meters away do you think they're from the boat?
Honestly,
I would say, like,
at this point, all we
40
can
meters,
see is
I
their
don't know.
their bow, like close up.
Approaching.
We can't even see the cockpit anymore. The captain sees it and he starts yelling. We all start waving and yelling,
No response.
and I think it's 5 seconds.
You have
later
5
that-
seconds to
5
do something.
seconds.
So
we
me
just
and Meg
started yelling.
just are like, jump! And we jump off. Everyone at this point, I just look to my left and everybody's jumping off. Like
there's
we're
2
all
people still in the water even
well,
because
well,
we're ascending,
yeah, there was
right?
we were still like getting off
With
the
all
boat,
the equipment
on the boat
and
after
stuff.
our second
Yeah.
dive. So we're all like jumping off the boat. I mean, like I never like. I felt like I was in a movie. I was like, this is insane.
It was a horror movie.
But at the same time, I'm like, this boat is going to split in half because of how because it was fastest boat and it was coming straight in between the boat.
This was us and this was the sailboat.
Just like straight at us. And I mean, we all jumped off. Flor jumped off on the
we didn't even know. We jumped off. Everybody jumps off.
Not everyone, except for John.
John, who's this
like 70-year-old man.
85-year-old man, super nice.
85, let's say.
Didn't hear us yelling or did not, comprehend the commotion. Wasn't able to jump off.
He was a diver that was helping.
Holding on for dear life. Luckily,
nothing
the
hit the boat.
sailboat.
I mean,
only hit there was a metal bar around the engines, which it hit kind of straight on, which made the boat move.
Right.
It's like a toy that they have to like put their drinks and stuff.
Yeah, so it hit the metal bar, so the paint was on the metal bar and everything. And we're just like it's not straight through. We're okay. And I just start going, like, I look around and I'm like, where's Flor?
And I'm like, I don't know where Flor is.
I'm like, Flor, and I just hear, ah!
and I'm like,
I see John, the lovely old man, jump in.
Because I'm like, I was fine.
Yeah.
Like, the boat just cruised in front of me, like 3 meters away from my legs, because I started swimming backwards. And I was like, this body's gonna suck me in or something.
Well,
and
keep in mind, to anyone that's watching this, the waves were so intense.
It was so rough.
Was so strong.
Really rough.
So like, not only we weren't in like calm water. We were in.
It's another reason the boat didn't see us because they weren't paying attention. But
it's just like we were in like rough waves. We were in like the current was strong. So it was just like kind of a huge shit show. Plus like the waves from the boat after passing us was just like knocking us all over. So we were all like discombobulated, really. Like we were all just like, what just happened?
But
like how?
It was great. Flor had just jumped the other way, which would have been like, I am
like
very,
a tragedy.
very, very happy that the boat wasn't a degree more the other side, because that would honestly probably have hit her, and like not because of the
for sure.
damage for the boat or something, because
I literally saw it like 3 meters
we all
away.
were fine because we jumped away, but I think
I saw it like right there.
Yeah.
I'm just glad in that situation everyone was fine. No one
was
got
fine.
hurt.
The
But like,
captain and our dive instructor were really calm, and they were like,
Yeah, just so you know, I'm no dumb. I jumped to the right.
you're not dumb. In that situation,
I jumped to
you
that.
had 5 seconds to
I
think
had
about what to
2
do.
seconds, and I thought like I saw it like zoom in, and it was like in my head it was zoomed in, and it was like it's coming straight, so I can jump like either way.
But you're not wrong
like,
either, because you don't know which way the boat's gonna go.
That's
the thing. Like
I was like,
you could have jumped the right way, and we all could have really messed ourselves up going the other way. So like, I just kind of jumped to where the nearest opening was for me. Like that's kind of where I went personally. So you were facing the other way, and of course you're gonna go that way. Like anyone's gonna do that because no one wants to be on the boat. Like,
it was just a crazy experience. Steph just got her rescue diver. She
gets to use her rescue diver.
She jumped in after Flor without the
life preservers.
Yeah, I was.
But it's hard. It's pure
I
heart.
wasn't panicking, but I just wanted company.
Well, so I was like, it's fine, I'll just jump in. And then I realized how strong the current was, and I'm like, okay, I need like a life raft or something.
That's why I just wanted people with me, because I was by myself there. Yeah.
But we're all alive.
Yeah, you all lived through it, so there you go. So all right. So how has Antigua been? So the boat's been here 25 days. I was only here for about less than 2 weeks of that.
Yeah.
How do you like Antigua?
I like Antigua. I think that, like we did a whole kind of circle around the whole island. I thought it was really beautiful. A
lot of good windsurf, kiteboarding over there. And we tried to...
Wing foiling.
Wing foiling, we're getting... I think I'm getting better.
Meg's
at it.
getting
We're
great
getting
at it.
better.
I want to like do it more. The more we do it,
Well,
The better
in
you
St.
get.
Bart's, in St. Bart's,
Definitely.
we should be able to do it there for sure. So we're gonna go. So we're heading to St. Bart's tomorrow. It's 74 miles, so it's probably gonna be a little less than 7 hours. What you guys looking forward to that sail?
yeah.
Well,
Like-
here's my thing is like, and I say this, when you're not on a boat that's moving all the time, like you're used to the movement, you're
That's
used to
the
the
issue.
feel of it.
We don't have our sea legs right now.
Like we're used to
have
just,
them
we've been
after
on
that.
land almost every day. We're so used to at this point like being on the dock. So now
I'm hearing a lot of excuses.
It's gonna be a challenge.
listen, I'm ready for it,
Oh,
but I just
okay.
know that my stomach
That's
might
the
not be.
attitude.
I remember, like we were halfway through that other sail, and you're like, I just want to jump off the boat. I'm like, yeah, that's not.
Well,
Steph was like,
Yeah.
somebody let me go, push me. I'm ready.
if anyone's watching and knows how it feels to be seasick, you know exactly what I mean. It is,
But not just seasick, but like, imagine being seasick and not being able to jump in the water, not being able to be like, okay, it's like
being
another 20
still.
minutes and we're there.
No, it's like 6 more hours.
8
like
more
6
hours.
of this feeling that you have, and you can't do anything about it, and you're just like, like if someone's in pain, they're like, just let it go.
For me though, like, I think like with this life, I'm okay with the 8 hours of agony, and then
Yeah.
all the
Beautiful
hours of
that comes
pleasure.
after.
I mean, you say agony. I mean, don't. Okay, that one.
I'm sorry. Have you ever been seasick, Bobby?
No, I haven't. I mean,
So you
Do
don't know.
Do not call it
no,
agony.
but what I'm saying is most of the time, it's not. I mean, like the winds were definitely stronger than predicted, and not the same directions as predicted. But like, if we weren't, and that's part of the problem of the way we're cruising right now, is that we are kind of on a schedule. We have places and stuff to do. But when you're actually cruising and you don't have a schedule,
Yeah.
you just wait until
Yeah.
there's a really good weather window.
Exactly.
But the thing is that doing what Sailing Doodles does for a living, we can't just stay 2 weeks in the same spot because,
course.
I mean, that's boring video just sitting at a dock for 2 weeks
Also,
waiting on
too,
weather.
like we've done a lot of stuff already.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, so like tomorrow's fair. I mean, like we don't.
Listen, we're up to the challenge. We're not complaining about
We're
that.
just saying
It's
we'll
just
take
saying-
the bad with the good.
Okay.
Exactly.
We're just saying we know that, I mean, come on.
I
Just
like-
be real. Like,
yeah.
being seasick is not fun. No one likes it. Sorry. But
But
it's okay because we're going to beautiful places and we accept that.
Yeah.
But it's like we have an understanding of the fact that we know it sucks. And that's okay. Like, but it doesn't
It's
necessarily
the
mean life
intensity.
sucks.
It's the intensity that at the same time makes you feel alive.
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, alive.
It makes you feel dead. I thought.
After,
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
say.
I felt
But-
like I.
Well, after it's done, you feel great. You're like, after a few minutes, I'm like, oh, I'm good. And you're
Yeah.
fine. It's just like, it's
I
not
usually
a-
need a nap.
But so we're going to St. Bart's, which I have never been there. I've talked to lots of people that have been there.
Yay, your first
And-
time.
Yeah, I mean, I'd never been here either, too. So, but I hear people love it. They say it's beautiful and the food is amazing and it's all that. But it's also ridiculously expensive. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like,
So you're staying that long.
well, that's why we're only staying 5 days.
Yeah.
So we get there on Wednesday. We're planning to leave on Sunday, and we'll head back to St. Martin. And St. Martin is, it's my favorite island in the Caribbean. I mean, it's not bad for cruising around. Like if you're cruising in your boat, there are some. It is a bit annoying because it's two different countries. It's the Netherlands and it's France, and they don't let you sail back and forth without checking in and out of each place. So that's annoying.
Yeah.
Like there's 2 decent bays in St. Martin. There's like 3 pretty good bays, and on the Dutch side.
Sint Maarten?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Sint
Sint
Maarten.
Maarten.
Yeah. And then there's like 3 good bays plus another if you count Oyster Pond, whatever. On the French side,
Saint Martin.
Saint.
Martin.
Well, there you go. She can speak French, by the way. Yeah.
And Dutch.
And Dutch and English and
So funny. Elodie
German.
can speak
I get
French
around in
and Dutch.
German. I wouldn't say like I'm fluent, but
Okay.
I understand and I will get my.
Well,
I can speak Portuguese.
Portuguese. There you go. And Spanish and English, sort of.
Sorry.
kidding. But I mean, I like St. Martin. I mean, if you're land based there, I mean, there is no restrictions on where you can go, and they have excellent food, excellent nightlife, and it's a lot cheaper than the rest of the Caribbean, which is nice.
It really surprised me, the difference being, going from Argentina, going from South America to the Caribbean, and then you know, let's say you double the prices in St. Martin, and then I think it doubled again coming here to Antigua.
For sure. Antigua's a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
The marinas aren't terribly expensive. There's a couple, like English Harbor Marina is really expensive, and then the Falmouth Harbor Marina, not the one we stayed in, but across the bay, is pretty expensive. But the one we stayed at, the Catamaran Marina, was not terrible, honestly. And if we had a passerelle, it could have been pretty cheap. Because if you do med style mooring there, which is so there's no finger along the side of the boat, you just drop your anchor and back up to the dock. What?
So there was a fly.
There's a fly hanging out as well.
So we got
it.
He's the featured guest on the podcast.
There you go. But
they
they're
were
frozen. They're frozen. Okay.
How
so
long have
Do
you
we
been
look
frozen
pretty?
for?
I don't know how long they've been.
You're like this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but let's see here.
What do I know? It's so good.
Well,
There you
we
go.
All right, now it's back.
We're back.
All right, yeah, you're back. I don't know why it does. I think if maybe there's.
What are you doing with the knife?
Oh, what are you?
Oh.
Do we want the buck sword or not?
What are you doing with a knife over there? Look at that. Oh, okay.
That's how you
Ooh,
do it.
watch that. She's got me.
Come on, guys.
Ooh,
There we
be
go.
careful, Flor. But yeah. But I don't even know what I was saying. But anyway, so yeah, St. Martin's great though, but it's really cheap. Here is very expensive, but yeah. Oh yeah, the med style mooring. But we don't have a passerelle, so the passerelle is kind of like the gangplank that goes from the back of the boat to the dock. We don't have one of those. I highly recommend that if you're going to come down here to the Southern Caribbean, especially if you stay up in the Northern Caribbean, like St. Thomas, USVI, BVI, and St. Martin, you're generally okay. You come further south though, they do a lot of med style mooring, so just for people that are going cruising. But I'm looking forward to getting St. Martin, getting a new water maker installed there. Actually, I'm going to install it. It's already there waiting on us. So Rainman Water Makers, thank you. RainmanDesal.com.
Yay!
Yeah. And then we'd like to get a scuba compressor installed from Mantis, but I don't think they can get us one in time. So we have our 4 tanks, so
So excited.
we'll be able to like dive once from our own boat, and then we can go to a dive company for another dive. And while we go do that, we'll have our tanks filled, and then we can dive again off our boat.
I'm
So
excited to dive with you.
Me too. I want to see if you're a good
With
body.
you and our rescue diver.
Yeah, if anyone needs to.
I feel so comfortable with you.
Oh,
by the way.
I'm glad. Yeah, no.
Question on the water maker as well.
what about
So you use it to get rid of the salt, and then the filter. Can we drink the water?
Oh,
through
yeah.
The filter as well.
I mean, no, the water is. I mean, it's. Yeah, pure water. It's pure.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it filters. If it filters out all the salt, it filters everything else out. And I mean, salt water is actually fairly clean.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you get a cut or something, they say just kick.
We always do that.
I'd love
yeah.
to know the science behind how a water maker works. Like genuinely, like how they get
It's
salt.
a reverse osmosis, high pressure. So osmosis is, things go from high concentration to low concentration. So they spread out, right? So if you have a lot of salt in one area, it spreads out, and osmosis spreads out.
Yeah.
And then reverse means it pushes it back the other way. So it goes through a filter.
So we should use it right after we dump the tanks.
Yes, and then all the poo water comes back in through that filter. It gets filtered out, but
Beautiful.
yeah, no, you don't want
I'm
to do
good
that.
on that one. Thank you. I'm good. I'm
No.
so good.
Yeah, me too.
But I mean, most of those. So you do have a high pressure filter. So you have a low pre-filter is what they call it, and they'll have like some kind of charcoal activated filter that gets rid of stuff. There's a couple of them it goes through, and then it goes through the high pressure filter. And then those high pressure filters are pretty robust, and I think they'll go about 10,000 gallons.
Yeah.
So it should last you pretty much the life of your boat, unless you're like on a really big boat or something, go through a lot of water. But
Yeah. Unless you showered 3 times a day.
right. Well, I've been really impressed. You guys, I mean, like we've gone
Yay!
8 or 9 days.
You missed out.
We've gone 8 or 9 days before, and we still had, I think, at least another day or 2 of water.
Oh.
So, and that's a first because our last time we cruised on this, we would get like a week or less.
Yeah.
I'm not saying.
Guys, I
anything.
shower, by the way. We shower. It's not because we don't shower.
The thing is, though, I plan it. I mean, when you're on a boat and you're anchored out somewhere, a majority of the time we're in bikinis, we're swimming all day. So
We
I'll
wait
take a
until the
shower
night.
Just
until
take
the
off the
night.
salt.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Clean and I take
Clean
a quick,
yourself.
wash, shampoo, conditioner, body wash, boom, done.
Yeah.
It takes me about maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not really, and also too, like boat showers, you're just turning the water on and off and then you're done. So it's
Yeah.
like you shouldn't be taking up a lot of water. I think what takes up a lot of the water is like, we don't have a dishwasher.
Yeah, that's the main thing. is
So we're
dishwasher.
washing a lot of
So
dishes.
do you think that takes up
No, well-
more? Because I feel like with a dishwasher, it's gonna take up
No.
more. And also, do we have enough? Like, don't you think it will stack up if we use dishwasher? It kind of stacks up dishes.
Well,
and
yeah,
then-
a dishwasher does use a lot of water, I feel like.
No,
Right?
no. The modern dishwashers, the brand new, like water, whatever. And so, like the ones for boats are about half the size of your standard dishwasher. Like it's the size of our trash compactor over there. I don't
Flor
know.
thought that was a dishwasher for
Yeah,
a
so
room.
you can see it
Yeah,
actually. So all the way to, if you're looking at the screen on the far right where she's pointing right now, Megan's pointing right now, is our trash compactor, which we don't use. And that is the same size of a boat-sized dishwasher. And it'll only use like 2 or 3 gallons washing a whole load. Whereas think about how much we use
And
washing that many dishes.
How many gallons do you use for like doing the laundry?
A lot, yeah. This
How many
means this-
gallons does it
I
use?
don't know, but a lot. I mean, if you know that's
How many liters are in a gallon?
like 3.8, 3.78.
I know, we're like,
Metric system.
3.78, 3.78 liters per gallon, something. I think it's
Okay.
that. But yeah, no, the
Metrics.
washing machine. Number one, this washing machine's 25 years old. Like
Yeah,
it's the
we
same
know.
age of this boat.
It works pretty well.
We know.
Like,
Yeah, but it uses a lot of water.
yeah.
yeah, so anytime we're out, not in a marina.
Yeah,
We
don't
try
do-
to
we don't
avoid
use it.
laundry.
But unless
Yeah.
we have the water maker,
Yeah, then we can do laundry.
then we can do laundry whenever. Whereas like,
all day long.
because that
all
the
day.
water
'Cause
maker.
you guys smell.
Yeah, the water maker will make 35 gallons an hour, which is about 130 liters an hour of water, something like that. I don't know my
Yeah.
math. Correct me if my math was wrong on that. But but then
They will.
If we go back to the Brazilian ways, then they basically have like a little tub of water that they use for 3 days, cleaning their dishes in the same water. So we
I don't really want to do that.
I'm with you.
No.
I think we're doing so
I mean,
great.
we hand wash a couple of times
We do,
here.
yeah.
which is also
Well,
good too, because you're only using like a certain amount, and maybe not even a gallon of water, and you're
Well-
literally
hand
like,
washing. Yeah, we've been hand washing as
no,
well.
my
me and Flora playing footsies right now.
Yeah, that's why we are making this face.
I want to play footsies. Come on.
No,
My feet are right up here.
My toes are cold.
Oh, they are so cold.
You guys' feet are cold.
Oh, it's so cold.
I know my feet are cold. You guys feel my feet? I can feel them.
Let's
That's
get back
the
to
icing.
business.
All right, so
Cold feet.
I don't. Oh yeah, so my first boat, the Rough Seas. So I had my first boat was a 37-foot CNC. It was like really just a 1-bedroom with a second bed, like kind of aft. But it only carried, I want to say like 50 or 60 gallons. I think it was 60 gallons of water.
Oh wow.
And so, that's not a whole lot of water. And so what we would do, and I did not have a water maker on it. And so what
But
we
you
would,
had Spam.
yeah, we had a lot of Spam. That's true.
And mushroom soup.
And mushroom soup. Just what I've done all that. Well, I mean, you cook with the mushroom soup. You don't
So
eat the
this
mushroom
time
soup.
we
you make a
got to
casserole.
know Bobby.
Yeah. But so we would wash our dishes with salt water. So we would get a bucket and put the dishes in them and go sit on the back of the boat and wash the dishes, and
Yeah.
then and then we rinse them in fresh water, and then
That
so
makes
that's.
sense.
I mean, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're rincing them. It's like
you're just getting the salt off to keep. I mean, honestly, they would
you're
be
washing
clean.
the food
I mean,
off and the salt.
I mean,
so
I don't
it's
know
like-
how good is the soap for the water though.
Well, there's. I mean, all that soap goes straight out. I mean, they are some soaps that are better than others. I think Dawn is supposed to be pretty good, like the blue soap.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be pretty good. Sometimes, I mean, honestly, down here we just get whatever soap we can find because it's not always easy.
True.
you don't really have options.
Yeah, we don't have options. So
So if anybody has great soaps that are
Environmentally
okay for
friendly.
environmentally
So-
friendly, let us know.
what are
Happy
you
to
guys?
get
I know the answer to this.
Same with shampoo and conditioner.
I don't know if you guys know the answer to this. What is the
mystery.
most thing you were excited about for going to St. Martin?
Like right now, like what are we most excited about?
To why we're going to
You
St. Martin?
know, all of our answers are going to be the same.
I don't know, but you may not be
All
thinking
right.
of it right now. Okay,
Going-
on the count of 3, say it.
Wait, think about it first.
Okay, is only one word or two?
What are we most excited about in
On the
St.
count of
Martin that we,
Ready?
we
Are
that
we
we
all on
want
the
to
same
do?
page except for me?
You're not.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
got
gosh,
me.
I don't know if you're gonna say the same thing.
I mean, I'm not saying
So-
y'all are.
3.
I think. Wait. I think we've been discussing something that we really want to do. Okay, there we go.
Okay,
That's-
guys.
But this might not be like right now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
1,
3, 2,
1.
Tiger!
What?
What did you, what did
Market
you say,
garden?
doctor?
I said character. I want to go party.
What did you say?
Puppy.
And you?
You guys all
What
said
did you
3
say?
different. You said market garden.
I said
The grocery store?
She keeps saying she's so excited to go back.
Okay, but
The grocery store?
Come on, guys. You've been wanting to go party with us.
So are we on
And
the
then
same page?
she said characters because she wants to go
Character, 'cause she
party.
wants to go party.
Yeah.
And then you said puppy.
But you and me were
That's
on the
what I
same-
meant,
This
yes.
is what always happens.
Oh,
Me and Bobby are always on the same page.
They are connected.
And then the
And then
girls
we
are on another class.
Offline. Every time.
You know what it is? Meg every day has been saying how excited she is to go back to the St. Martin supermarket. 'Cause
What's it
has
called?
everything.
Market Garden?
Market
A
Garden.
Market Garden in St. Martin is a
the shit.
beautiful store. Let me just
It has
tell you
everything.
that. But puppy.
But of course, a puppy is 10 times better than Market Garden.
Of course.
Well, so we had the like the girls I think in general have been excited about because with the cruising life we do a lot, but there's a lot of times where we have a lot of time for ourselves, which we've been
Very
like
chill
wanting to
life.
fill in, and we kind of had the idea. We were playing with the idea of rescuing a dog / puppy from one of these islands because we've seen firsthand how many dogs are here in very bad conditions. And we know that
Give 'em a
there are so many
home.
beautiful homes in the U.S. that have the resources to take care of them. So we've been thinking of rescuing a puppy on one of the islands, and then bringing them back to the U.S. and finding an amazing home for it. In the meantime, we'll be giving it all the love it deserves, and we'll be training it. Like, I think we've all had dogs. We know how to deal with dogs.
I've had 10 dogs at one point in
Well,
my life.
I've had 2 dogs in my life because usually
they stay
for at least 10 years. I don't know.
at
one time.
At one time, like I grew up, which I was so fortunate. My 2 dogs had puppies, so
Oh, I had a dog that had puppies as
know
well.
how to like train. I know how to take care of puppies at that age, and
You guys are the ones doing the cleanup duty. Just saying.
Duty.
We agreed. We
Bobby's
agreed
gonna
to
be
this.
playing with them, and he's like,
Hey, I'm gonna be like,
girls!
there's poop. Yep, girls.
Yeah, so
it's gonna be like the uncle that
So-
comes to play with the kid.
that's
So that's
you're gonna clean.
so
it
that
up
that
at
is,
one
that is
point.
the plan. So that is the plan. We are, if we can find a good match,
a good match. Is
we're gonna
important.
find a puppy that we can foster for the next 4 or 5 months as we come back. So we're gonna pick him up maybe in St. Martin, wherever we find a dog, and take him back to the States and then we will adopt him. So we're gonna foster him because I would love to keep a dog long term, but with the future things I have planned, I'm a year or 2 away from being
You're
able to do it.
realistic about it.
Yeah. So
That's
what we're
good.
gonna do is bring him back to the States.
Responsible uncle.
Thank you. So
Who do you think's gonna have the hardest time letting the puppy go?
Point on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I know. I'm already gonna cry thinking about letting the dog leave.
So
It's gonna go
yeah.
to such a-
So that was yeah. So then when we get to Florida, which will be late May, early June, we will we'll be promoting it before that, but we'll offer it to our patrons first. So if
I
you're not a
will
patron,
be- I will
patreon.com/Sam
be-
Doodles.
Interviewing people to
Ah.
find it the best home.
Yes, of
Like,
course.
this is not just like we're giving it away. This is like, I want to find a right home for this dog.
Yeah, seriously.
And also
'Cause that's what it
personality match, I think, is
deserves.
extremely important. Like finding out people's lives. You don't. Thank you so much.
That's
It
beautiful.
Looks so good. Finding you want personality match, like I
Yeah.
said. So you want to make sure that someone is home a lot. Dogs are just as a priority as like kids.
Or if you're not home a lot, take the dog on an adventure. That's what we're
Yeah.
gonna be doing.
Yep.
Well,
Yep. Although it is I mean, the downside of having a dog when you're out cruising is just 3 times a day. I mean, unless it's a little dog that you've trained to use like a little mat or something like that, 3 times a day you got to take him ashore.
But I think like
I'll take him on the
Cruising-
paddleboard.
cruising with us,
we
I think
have-
you've realized we like to go out to shore
Sure.
and
but also too,
paddle out.
we take the dinghy and we'll go ashore and like.
Yeah,
also,
but sure. But I mean, like that means like 8 a.m. Somebody's got to take the dog short.
I'm up at 7.
But that's the thing, is like,
I'm up at 7.
I love animals. Like, any animal you give me, I'll take very good care of it. But I mean,
It'll take care of us. It'll give us more purpose.
but that's the thing. I think dogs are such a good. I'm still something. Dogs are so they're just so good for people. Like, they just bring such good energy, and I feel like wanting to take care of it. Like, it's not that we're gonna be like, oh, we have to take it out. It's like we're gonna want to. We're gonna be taking turns, and I think that's really important. It's like having people, like, we're all gonna be able to communicate and be able to take care of this dog, because you have to do that. You know.
And I think
for people, it's a lot. So.
And I think also.
Sorry.
Well, I think also, like, I mean, I forgot what I was gonna say now.
Sorry, Bobby.
Put this on.
No, thanks.
What I was gonna say is that the other good thing is, like, the dog is gonna be like trained already to be on a boat.
Yeah, and so that's
If somebody wants to take it
to all of
on
you
your
cruisers out
adventures.
there, we're gonna find a beautiful dog
it'll already be trained to be on a boat.
that we're gonna give beautiful manners
Exactly.
and excitement.
Well, and I think that's what I was gonna say. Is it like with Maverick and Goose, they were already 6 years old when I started cruising with them, and so they were already very house trained, right? And so they basically considered the boat extension of the house, right? So they never really wanted to use the bathroom on the boat. Whereas the puppy, if we get a mat and we put it on the back swim platform.
Sailing Doodles without the Doodles, but with dogs.
Yeah, well, they probably won't be Doodles. Hard to find Doodles down there.
Hopefully, we find a doodle.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe doodle.
We saw a doodle and wanted to steal it.
Flor, don't tell these things out in the open.
So, but we can teach them. We can put like a grass mat, like one of those face grass mats, out on the swim platform on the back, and then teach the dog how to use that. You know what I mean? I mean, actually, probably wouldn't want to do it on the swim platform first. Probably want to do it in the cockpit, like that aft cockpit, until he's old enough and big enough to like get back on the swim platform.
He's gonna be too small to go down the stairs.
No, they're.
Oh shoot! I forgot. We're gonna have to put carpet.
I'll be fine. We're not gonna go for. I wouldn't personally go for anything younger than 8 weeks.
Yeah, no,
Well, you can't get a dog past a certain age.
8
They
weeks
actually
is-
have to stay.
Sure.
8 weeks is like minimum to stay with the parents. But I'm saying like on the back steps on the boat, we're gonna have to put like carpet, like carpet little mats on there, because otherwise they're gonna slide going down there. But anyway.
Wee! I've done that a couple times.
I know,
Almost.
right? So-
I've almost.
We've all fallen off there.
All right, guys, believe it or not, it has been over an hour already.
Woo!
So,
We talk a lot.
Oh my god, I have nothing to drink.
all right,
That's
well,
bad luck.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Let's top off some drinks here and then do one final cheers. And
Anybody
guys,
have-
if you want to get first crack at the puppy or whatever we bring back, it is Sailing Doodle. Or sorry, go to sailingdoodles.com and you can click to become a patron. And really appreciate you for doing that. And then also check out our merch store and the sailing school if you want to learn how to sail. Hey, wait a second.
I've been wanting more merch. to
I am
show
taking
off
that
to the
course
people.
right now. Yes.
Yeah, where's our merch?
Where's our merch?
What do you got over there?
We'll show you.
All right. So,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm good,
I thought
I'm
you
good, I'm
guys
good.
were good. Oh yeah, top me off.
Well, I enjoyed this talk, guys.
Somebody
Yes.
get the bottle luck. Steph gets the bottle luck.
Okay.
You gotta blow in it.
Yeah, make a wish.
And then
What
top
is this?
it. Blow into it while you
What is
make a
this?
wish. And then hold the top so it stays in there. Shake it a little bit, and then let it out. Beautiful.
You gotta visualize it.
I think she just made that up.
It's
She didn't put
becoming
No, it's a
real.
thing. We've done this
this
before.
We've done
But
this
you
before.
weren't here, Bobby.
Yeah, you weren't here. You gotta be here.
All right, well, cheers, guys.
Cheers,
It's been a
guys.
fun time.
Cheers.
Glad you
And
guys
cheers
are
to
here.
you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you.
Thanks for tuning in.
Cheers to you.
I hope it was entertaining.
I just go bye.
And we will see you on the next one.